With vehicle break-ins and tool theft up on the rise, and although most of the vehicles that we have factory fitted alarms, by the time the thief has broken in, the damage has already been done. Door handles have been smashed, ripped off, doors have been peeled, or if you're really unlucky, they've cut a big hole in the panel of the vehicle. And of course, by the time you get to the vehicle, your tools have been stolen. So what can we do about it? Well, VanGuardian have sent me their alarm system for me to demonstrate to you how easy it is to fit and how effective it is. And make sure you watch all the way through, because during the video I'm going to be giving you a 10% discount code. So here we can see I've got all the packets open, we can see all the bits properly. Here we have the main rear door alarm. We can see there's 2 sounders on it, 1 on either side. There are 4 screws in total, which we'll need to remove shortly. And obviously your 3M adhesive on the back. Same thing with the side door one, except it's only got 1 sounder on it. There are 2 key fobs. Obviously you can keep one with you, and if you've got one at home, just make sure you hide it so that the wife can't steal your tools behind your back. On top of that, they come with body coloured covers, and now these also help to disperse the sound as well, to make it louder and more audible. Obviously this is white one, this is a black. If you have an orange van, for example, if you contact VanGuardian, they'll be more than happy to produce one for you in your body colour. So white obviously against my white van, and this is the black one, which obviously stands out a lot better. Now for me personally, I'm going to go with the black because I want more of a visual deterrent as well. So that's what I'm going to use. With these as well, you get your removal tools, which take the covers off. You'll need to keep hold of these because after a little while you will need to replace the batteries. And they're also a really good tool, looking at the instructions, for helping to adhere the 3M adhesive backing on the sounders to the vehicle. You get a little screwdriver with it. This is solely for when you're replacing the batteries. Don't try and use it in the end of these. There is a warning in the packet which says not to do that. So you will need another small screwdriver. So let's get the screws off and take a closer look. 4 little screws in the back and the sides even, like I said earlier. Be careful not to lose them. They are relatively small, and of course I've got a worktop which is full of holes. So have any of you had the unfortunate predicament of having your van broken into? I'd love to hear about it. How did you deal with it? What was the knock-on effects? I can imagine they weren't particularly great. Did you go straight back to work? Were you indeed able to go straight back to work? Or did you have to take time off? And did you lose the job or the jobs that you're currently on? It really is a horrible thing to have your tools stolen. Were you able to actually claim any of it back? And were you lucky enough to actually get them back? Okay, so the screws are now out. And now I need to figure out just how to get this out of the packet. So looking at the instructions, it does just pop out. There we go. It's a very good tight fit. It's exactly what you want. There we go. And that is the back panel. Now this is the base which the alarm fits to, and obviously you need to remove the cover of the adhesive and stick it to your vehicle. Now there is a little note in the instructions saying that you need to leave at least 2 centimeters around the outside edge. So if you've got a rise in your bodywork like I have, make sure you drop it down a little bit just to make sure, because otherwise your removal tool for the cover will not fit. Before attaching this, you have a 3M alcohol wipe. You do need to use this because you're going to have dirt and grime, all that sort of stuff on the vehicle, even if you've just washed it. Just make sure that there's nothing on there to stop the adhesive from gripping onto your vehicle. So now I've done that, just give that a little moment for the alcohol to evaporate, and I'll peel off the cover. Now whatever you do, do not drop this, because if you get any dirt, muck or grit on the back, it will interfere with the adhesion, and you really don't want to have that. So I'm just going to line it up by eye, approximately 2 or so centimetres, and level. So that's now on there. Now I can take the removal key and just give that a really good rub all over, just to make sure that the entire pad is well and truly stuck onto the van. Yeah, and you can see I'm actually moving the door on the van, so that is really well stuck on. So the next thing I need to do, just very quickly glancing down, on the back of here you can see where the sounders are, and they've got these little plastic tabs. So if I pull these out, it should, there we go, that's activated one, it's activated the other. Now this little screwdriver here is for, you see down there, there's a tiny little screw in there, which you'll need to get access to later on when your batteries start to die, so you can replace them. So literally just put the alarm over the top, push it on, and put the screws back in the sides. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these alarms, you can go to VanGuardian.co.uk. There are various different options from which you can choose from, and on top of that, if you use the discount code COT-10, you'll get a 10% discount, and you'll also get free postage within the UK. Oh. So this is always the slow bit on it. So just in case you didn't get that, it's COT-10, COTT-10, and that will get you your 10% discount. This is always the fear of dropping the little screws. It really is a very quick device to attach to your vehicle, he says. It's fully waterproof, IP65 if I'm not mistaken. It would take a direct hit from a jet wash, power jet wash, so you don't have to worry about getting your van dirty. So now we got to the point of just putting the cover on, and that literally clips on there, and there we have it, the alarm is on. So let's just check if it works. Just to correct myself, it's actually rated at IP55, not 65, but it will still take a blast from a jet wash, so you're fine with keeping your van clean. To arm the alarm, you simply push the lock button on top. Let's give it a moment. And the alarm is now set. So now if an intruder came up to your van and just wanted to check if it could get in, if your back doors have been left open, it gives that 2-3 second audible alarm. It now runs for 10 seconds. And in that time, if it was to be hit again, it will activate for 30 seconds, giving a very good deterrent against anybody from actually trying to enter the vehicle. Other features with this alarm is it has a sensitivity setting on it. So if you're in a windy area, or if you're up in the Highlands, for example, where you've got a lot more rain than what you have down here in the south, and your van's getting blown around, you don't want those nuisance alarms going off. So you can lower the sensitivity on it. Now, to do that, I'm going to have to read the instructions very quickly, but I do know there are 7 stages of doing it, so you could absolutely fine tune the perfect setting for what you require. So there we have it. An incredibly good alarm in my opinion. Very, very cheap, very easy to install, and even better, when it's armed, if someone were to try and rip that off, just the motion of doing so will set the alarm off. And you can buy as many of these as you like. So you can attach them to your roof rack. If you've got pipe bars, you can attach it to those, put them on your ladders. And even for something a little more different, if you own a caravan or if you've got an RV vehicle, absolutely perfect for that job. Well, you've seen just how quick and simple it is to install the VanGuardian alarm system. So after a quick cup of tea, I'm going to come back and I'm going to add the extra alarm onto the side door, and I'll put a couple of stickers on the vehicle for extra deterrence. As tradespeople, we really need to try and do something about crime because it affects each and every one of us. Do you know somebody that's been affected by it, or have you been lucky enough to get away with it so far? Either way, I highly, highly recommend that you purchase this alarm system. It's incredibly cost effective. As you've seen, it's very easy to install, and wow, such an effective device at what it does. Don't forget to use the discount code. I'll put that in the description box. And until next time, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
Your van is vulnerable. Factory fitted alarms usually only protect the cab, and most wired alarms only activate after the doors are open, which is too late. The damage is done, and your tools are gone in seconds, leaving you hundreds, if not thousands, out of pocket. That's why we've made VanGuardian, a zonal alarm system that activates on contact, drawing instant attention to criminal activity before your vehicle is damaged. Mounted with 3M high bond adhesive tape, VanGuardian can be fitted simply in minutes without drilling or wiring. Once armed, if the VanGuardian or zonal area is touched, the alarm will be activated. Don't give thieves the opportunity to operate, and have peace of mind that your tools are secure with VanGuardian.
We've seen just how effective and easy it is. We've seen just how quick... Ow.